and welcome to episode 16 of Talk a Good Game, where we're going to be looking at the Cup game on Tuesday night, where we head to Leicester City. We obviously had a bye in the second round due to being in the Europa League, and hopefully we can progress to the fourth round here. I've got Mr. Regular Charlie back with me. Good evening, Charlie.
Hello. You alright?
You well?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Not too bad. And I've also got a new person. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, my name's Tom. I've been a season ticket holder for over 20 years at the bowling ground. Got my new one for next year, and go to as many games as I can, home and away. I was a yes at City, so give you my honest opinion best I can.
Fantastic. Well, that's all we ask for on this show. Well, you can start by giving us your honest opinion on Leicester City, if you like. You must be impressed by them, Tom.
Yeah, really impressed at the moment. Really got a cracking squad together. Really exciting. I mean, yeah, as you know, Leicester City. I'm really optimistic of having a good cup run this year, and I think this week we're gonna have a good crack at it, hopefully, because I think we can have a good run in the cup.
Charlie, what's your views on Leicester City then? Obviously, we've seen them beat us already at Upton Park. They've continued their decent form in the league. They've had a couple of shaky moments though, coming down twice now. They come from behind to get something out of the game. You must be impressed by the job Ranieri's doing there, are you?
Yeah, and it's not only the fact that he's kept that form going from last season, which I doubted they could do, but it's also the fact that during games, like especially the game against us, like he completely killed it off at the perfect time, literally made the perfect substitutions. And so, I've been seriously impressed with them, and I think I might be wrong, but have they won 4 of their last 5 or 5 of their last 5? I'm not sure, but they've been on a ridiculous run of late, and it's going to be difficult, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think they've accumulated the most points in 2015 from a Premier League side, actually, in the calendar year. Tom, I mentioned there that they've come back a couple of times. They've come down to either draw or win the game. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, looking at it?
I think it's. I mean, in the Leicester, in that game, and the Bournemouth game, obviously, as you know, we conceded 2 goals the first half in both them games, but we won the second halves. So I'm pretty confident at the moment. The guys are on a fantastic run, and as long as we're winning or drawing at half time, I think we can crack on and hopefully get through to the next round. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. I mean, yeah, especially after the result of the weekend, and yeah, so but Leicester, you are right. I mean, he's got a good thing going there, and again they come back, but hopefully the guys can realise that the fans want a good cup run. So yeah, so I'm optimistic. I think we can do really well. So yeah, hopefully, and a bit of payback for having Upton Park as well. So
yeah, I think we're due that. I'm actually more confident we're away than we are at home. I'm glad we're actually away for this game. I actually see Leicester go behind the last couple of games as a good thing, because I don't think we're going to be as easy to come back from against as Stoke were, for example. I think Bilic has got our defence a lot tighter than other teams do this league, and if Man City can struggle against us and we basically sat in their own box for 45 minutes, we can keep City out. I think we should keep Leicester out. Charlie, obviously our league's going pretty well now. We're sitting third, we're comfortable, we've got some decent points on the board. Do you think Bullet should prioritise the cup, or do you think he should prioritise the league, or maybe mix it up a bit?
I think he kind of. I think I wouldn't be awfully sad if we went out at this junction in the cup. I think what he's got. The problem is when we came up against them last time, we had literally no support for the fullbacks on the wings, and defensively we just didn't look like we knew how to cope with them. Now we seem to be an actual solid defensive unit again. I think the cup would be a nice time to sort of test out things that we couldn't do in the league, for example, like putting someone like Josh Cullen in or something like that. But I wouldn't be awfully offended if we went out of the cup at such an early stage, especially seeing as how well we are going in the league. And if we could keep that going, we could conceivably be in the same place we were at Christmas last year, which should be a goal, really.
Ooh, interesting views. I disagree with you there, but I'm going to grab Tom's view first. What do you think about that, Tom? Do you agree with Charlie, or do you think we should be prioritising the cup a bit more than that?
Well, let's be realistic. I think it's one of our only chances of success this season. I think we're going to do well in the league. I don't. I think we can really cement a good European position in the league. But with the cup, I mean, it's what the fans want. Every club, you know. So I think, and I think Bilic has got a really, as you all know, he's got such a really in-depth squad now, and I think he's got to keep them all happy. So yeah, I think they'll be pumped for it. Hopefully, and I'm hoping that obviously we can. Leicester's obviously a very, very difficult first tie in the third round, but I hope that we can. Well, I'm optimistic that we can go there and actually get something. If not, is it a replay or does it go to penalties on the day? I think it goes to penalties.
League Cup's extra time, FA Cup's replays.
Okay, yeah, so I know, yes, it's got to be a result. So yeah, I'm pretty confident we can go out there and get something, and I think the fans want that as well. So
yeah, I think we should be prioritising the cup. I think we're in the position now. We've got enough points on the board where our next game's against Norwich at home. We should win that, but Norwich are a very good team. They've just drawn at Anfield today, and although we won there and Liverpool aren't on the best of form, it's still not the easiest place to go. It can be intimidating for a newly promoted side. I'm a big fan of Alex Neil as well, so I'm quite worried about Saturday actually. But I think we need to prioritise the cup in all honesty. I'm not saying prior our first 11. I do agree we need to do changes in order to keep the personnel happy. But I'd be very disappointed if we went out, Charlie. I'm not going to agree with you there, I'm afraid. I'd be disappointed if we went out this league.
I think.
Whoa, hold on.
Go on. I'll shut up.
I think the bigger sides in the league here, the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool, even Man U, are going to be scrapping this competition already because their league form needs concentrated on. But we're on the opposite side of that. We can say, well, hang on, our league form is going quite well here. Let's concentrate on the cup and go for it. Come on then, Charlie, what were you going to say there?
Thank you. I think that if you look at, like, a lot of the top sides have struggled, like Liverpool, obviously, Arsenal, obviously, like top sides like that, Chelsea, the obvious ones, have struggled. And I think if we were to go out early, then we are in a seriously decent position to, because we only be solely concentrating on the league, we'd be in a really decent position to have an excellent position at Christmas. I'm not suggesting we can finish top 4, because I don't think that's possible in today's age right now. But what I'm saying is if in December we have a seriously good position, then that takes the pressure off for the second half of the season, and we can really have a go at like the FA Cup, which, to be honest, I would much rather see us have a go at the FA Cup than the League Cup. And I don't think we can do both. I just don't. I don't think we can do both without seriously sacrificing the league position, is what I'm saying. But, you know, like if we win, I'd be ecstatic. I'm not going to be like, oh, what? I didn't, oh my God, we won. I'm not going to be angry about it, but I would prefer us to be in a better position for the second half of the season than stretch ourselves out too hard in the first, especially seeing as how early we started as well. I think having a first half of the season where we can really concentrate on fitness and things like that could really help us in the second. Yeah.
Okay, well, before we move on and we look at what these guys want to put out in terms of team and get their predictions, remember to subscribe to our video, guys. Also, as I mentioned on the last show, Betway are going 80-1 for us to win at Old Trafford and Stamford Bridge this season. If you think we can do the whole suite, go on the forum and promote on that. There's links on there as well. Tom, what side, just quickly, what sort of side would you like to see Bilic put out then, bearing in mind with the league on Saturday as well?
Well, I mean, you guys see the City game second half. I think it took it out of quite a lot of players. So me personally can see him resting a few players. And as we said earlier, he's got to keep the players happy, you know. And I think Randolph probably going to come in for goalie. I think Adrian to get a rest because Adrian obviously had a cracking game. I can also see him bring Ginger Pallier in and give him one of the back two a rest, either probably Reed, because Reed. And I can see him bring Antonio in, giving Moses a rest because Moses was. He'd blown a gasket on against City, and bringing maybe I can see him bringing Zarate and maybe Carroll into it as well. Maybe Zarate and like a 4-4-1-1. I can see him bringing 4 or 5 changes, and I think they're still strong enough to go out there and do a job myself. And as we said, he's got to keep the team happy. That's just my own personal view. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few changes.
I think me and Charlie will both agree with that. We'll get Charlie in a second. Antonio is cup tied for this one, I'm afraid. So is Jelavic. They both played for Forest and Hull in the previous round. Charlie, what's your views then? What team would you like to put out? Must be similar to Tom's, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, see Collins come in. in a dream world, I'd like to see Samuelson and Stephen Hendry get shouts. We haven't seen much of Stephen Hendry, and I really want to get a proper look at what he's capable of. And Samuelson, obviously he scored that belter last week, whenever it was, but I was really impressed with him in pre-season. I've already mentioned him. I'd like to see Josh Cullen play. I liked him a lot in pre-season. I think he's close to being first-team quality, if I'm honest. I think maybe a season out on loan would do him the wonder, so to speak. But yeah, no, pretty much the same, to be honest.
Yeah. What's that, Tom? Sorry.
Yeah, it's right. I forgot about Cullen. You got Samuelson as well, haven't you? And you've got a few other players. It'd be interesting to see what Bilic does, really, how he spins it. If he plays some of his first-team regulars to keep them happy, or he plays some of the youngsters. I forgot about Oxford as well. I mean, Oxford hasn't had a game since the game after Arsenal, where he had a pretty poor game, didn't he? Really, after the Arsenal game. But yeah, I mean, he's got to keep Oxford happy. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic position to be in. With our squad so in depth, and it'd be interesting to see how Bilic, and he's got everything spot on so far really this season, hasn't he? So I'm interested to see what team he puts out. But I can see quite a few changes. I don't, whether it be the youngsters or it would be five of the first sorts could be starting 11 through injuries maybe. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how Bilic approaches the game.
Definitely, it should be a good one. But time to put your necks on the line, guys. No pressure, but on the Man City preview, I call 2-1. And so no pressure for you two. Charlie, score prediction, go.
I was the only person who called us winning against Arsenal, so we'll move on from that though. Flipping neck. I should have thought about this before, shouldn't I? That would have been a smart thing to do. I'm gonna go with 2-0 to West. 2-1 to West Ham. 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
Tom.
No, actually, I was going to go 2-1 West Ham as well. I agree with that. I think we're going to concede. Mm-hmm. But I can see us scoring, hopefully one or two more maybe. Then I'm going to stick my leg out and go for 2-1 West Ham.
I'm going to say 2-2. I'm going to say it goes to pens. I think we'll rest quite a few defenders, and that'll make us a bit more open. And Leicester say are pretty good in the attack, and they've still got a lot of players. They're a bit like us. They're really strong in depth, which I don't think people realise. Ranieri brought a lot of players in, and he's still not properly played them yet. They're still just hiding away in the reserves, and they've got a couple of good youngsters coming through. But that's the end of the show. Remember, and subscribe, and if you could share the video as well on your social media, that'd be fantastic. Charlie, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Like us on Facebook.
Tom, thank you very much for joining us. I hope we didn't put you off too much.
No problem. Anytime you want me on, I'll come on, no problem. And really looking forward to Tuesday. Come on, you Irons.
Fantastic, that's what we like to see. And thank you very much for joining us, guys. Good night.